smoke my last gift from Mr. You Dizzy. Appreciate you, bud. Hey, I was just talking about you. Recognize this? We're heading home. Today ended up being a wash. Was able to show off Richard's tools though. I don't know if you caught that one. That was a short stream. I was trying to get that in before the neighbor guy came home. He wanted me to look at his truck. Oh, and he gave me this right here. I'm hoping you gotta download an app to work that. I hope that will actually read like all the different modules in the cars that are out now, because he's got an airbag light on that I can't read because I don't have a scanner that will read those modules. I need to invest in one of those. If I didn't spend a bunch of money on sheet metal, I probably would have got one. That and the electric impact, but I need car parts. I want my car on the road. Is it? I thought I switched it over. When I get home, I'll check it and make sure it's set to public. I usually set them right away. Jeff was able to stop by real quick, make a few comments on that one. He had to go pick up his son though, so he wasn't on for long. But I just wanted to show off Richard's tools. Yeah, I'll double check it when I get home, Diz, so you can see it. But yeah, today ended up being a wash. I was supposed to work on that silver car yesterday. Shit got a little bit hectic and I couldn't make it over there yesterday. I came over today and I'm like 3/4 of the way down here and it's like a half an hour ride to get here. And like, fuck, I left my axle nut sockets on the table at my house. I emptied out all my tools from the car, except for what I absolutely needed, or what I thought I would need on a breakdown. Hey, Frank. So I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna turn around just to get sockets and come back. So I get here and I'm thinking about it some more, and I'm like, it's a press end bearing. The guys are showing up on Tuesday with the dumpster and all the pallets of shingles and stuff. Fuck. If I run into a problem and that car ends up stuck on a jack stand, old man's gonna be heated because they said they didn't want no cars near the buildings. So upon talking with the old man once I got there, he wasn't happy because the other thing too is my uncle needs a car. My old man's been floating a lot of his bills since he lost his car. So I feel like shit. I feel like I let my old man down. And I feel like I let my uncle down, but I didn't want to take a chance of the thing being stuck there, and so I tried to fix the hi to whoever is writing in Arabic. So that car is going to get pushed off until after the roof is done. Supposedly they're going to have it done in 3 days. I'd like to see that happen. Roof's never been done in my lifetime anyways, so I have a feeling they're going to find some surprises. So, I at least got the door panel off the passenger side. Figured out why the door didn't open from the inside. It needs a door handle. And then I straightened out the passenger door was bent. Somebody tried breaking into it. Fucking bent the door. Water's just rushing into the passenger side. So I rolled the window down and then I bent the door straight as I could so that the seals were making contact with each other again when the door was shut. I got that taken care of. Yeah, the guy said he's gonna have he's gonna send his crew down and have it done in 3 days. I've seen roofers get them done pretty quick. Well, what I'm worried about on my old man's house is there were additions put onto the house. The house was built in the 1800s. The roof hasn't been done in my lifetime. You know, I'm just thinking that they're gonna find some surprises underneath those shingles because they're not going over top of them. They're tearing the shingles down and laying down plywood and shit. Yeah, once the roof's done, I got a couple small family projects I gotta take care of. I gotta get that silver card done. My sister wants me to look at her boyfriend's van. And then my stepsister's an O2 sensor. And after that's all taken care of, I'm like, clearing out like a part of a week. And I'm gonna start disassembling the Firebird. Either tomorrow afternoon or Sunday, I'll be going down there to get the Firebird started up because I have to move it from where it's sitting. So look out for that. I'll be working on the Firebird so I can get that thing moved. But as far as the disassembly, that's probably gonna be like a week or two after the roof is done because I gotta wipe out a couple of helping the family projects on cars before it gets too cold. Yeah, I remember that. Fucking idiot. There was a guy last night on my stream asking me if I was a hoarder. Who's the little baby? I just scrolled through the comments. Am I a little baby because I feel bad that I feel like I let my old man down? Does that make me a baby? That I have emotions and I care about my old man and my uncle and stuff? I know who the real ones are. Oh yeah, Dizzy, we're gonna make plans. One of these days, I gotta make plans to come out there where I have more time. I thought I was gonna have more time when I did the New Hampshire trip, but it took me a lot longer to get down to you than I thought it would. And then my brother was blowing my phone up on the way back. Yeah, so my living room is still full of parts from the parts that I picked up in New Hampshire. I didn't even bring them over to my old man's house yet. My old lady, I restacked it so my old lady can use the couch. She's like, just leave it there for now. I'm worried that somebody's gonna fucking step on my shit, pick it up, or see all the hardware I bought and be like, well, I need a hole for something, and start digging into my shit. Probably after they're done with the roof, I'll bring the rockers and stuff over, put up the rest of the parts. One of these days I'll have to do a stream where I dig all the parts out of the basement. I could literally put together the ass end of another car next to my car with all the parts I have. Like if I had a bunch of clamps, I could clamp both sides of the rockers together, and then the rockers to the rear quarters, and then I could clamp the rear quarters to the rear tailpan, and I'd have a whole ass end of another Firebird sitting next to my car. That'd be funny. Stop up here. Lucky lose. Cops got somebody stopped. Dude, I'm giving you all the room to move over. I hate people that are ignorant like that. You don't move over for people on the side of the road, especially Ram truck drivers. A lot of my friends died that way. Oh, really? The vice grip clamps? I have spring clamps that I was using for my dash, but they're weak because I didn't want to like put indentations in my dash. Yeah, I need a shit ton of those vice grip clamps. They look like big C channels, but they have like vice grip handles on them. I need a shit ton of those. I need that. I'm gonna need a drill. I'm pretty sure I can get my hands on a drill. I need spot weld drill bits. I've been looking for those. Everyone says Harbor Freight, but I haven't seen them in Harbor Freight. I mean, other than that, the only thing I'm gonna have to figure out is like getting the body on the engines. Once I get the front subframe out from under it and the rear end out from under it. Because my plan is, I think I'm gonna, because the passenger side rocker is the worst, I think I'm gonna leave the floor in. I'm gonna cut the floor back a little bit from the inner rocker on the passenger side, and I'm gonna do the rocker on the passenger side to give it some strength, right? And then I'll work on cutting the floor out, and then I'll get the floor all trimmed back, so that way all I have to do is cut the spot welds out and get the little pieces out, like where they put it together from the factory, because that's how the floor pan installs in the back. It installs right on the factory seam where they attach the main floor panel to the trunk panel in the back. But in the front has more of a toe board on it, because these cars like to rust up the toe board a bit, and so that'll take care of a lot of the damage damage that I got going on there. I might have to make some small tiny patches for above that, but that's not at a factory seam. So that one I'm gonna have to measure and cut on my own and then weld it together. And then once the floor is in, I'll do the driver's side rocker. See, I would do both rockers at the same time, but I want there to be like some kind of a factory measurement, so that way when I put the floor in, it'll be spaced the way it's supposed to be. And then once the floors and the rockers are done, I'll move on to the rear quarters. I'll get the rear quarters installed, and then the tail panel. And then she'll be done. I'll be able to, at that point, I'll be able to put the rear end in. I forgot about the frame rails. I'll be able to put the rear end in. You know, I'll clean up the front subframe. I got all the new bushings and hardware for it. I'll paint the subframe. Install that. Hopefully by then my core support will be in, so I can install the nose. Then after that, all I'll have to do is get some brakes and a gas tank. Do the brakes, get the gas tank in, and then run whatever new lines I need to run. I'm probably gonna put all new lines in it. If I'm going this far, I might as well just fucking put all new lines in it. And then at that point, I don't care if it's got an interior in it or not. I'll be driving the thing the following season. Yeah, I mean, either that'll be one of my plans, because Jeff wants a ride too. So my plan is once it's done, I want to make a road trip and I'll go see you guys. The engine that's in it runs just fine. The engine that's in it runs just fine. The transmission works. The rear end's fine. So once I get all this done, I can enjoy the thing for a little bit. Save up some more dough. Get the engine done. Save up some more dough. I can still enjoy the thing. Get the 400 done, save up some more dough, get the 4-speed tranny, right? And then once the 400 is done and I got a 4-speed tranny and a pedal box, I'll swap it over to a manual and it'll be a 400 4-speed. I'm either thinking the T10 or there's another one that they use, not the Muncie. There's another one that they use besides the T10. Actually, I think that one's not the good one. It'll either be a T10 or a Muncie. I gotta gear the rear end correctly, because that 79 Camaro I had was a T10 4-speed, but it had horrible rear end gears. You could not drive that car for extended periods on the highway, unless the top speed on the highway on that thing was 65, and it was howling its balls off, like revving its nuts off. That's why I'm almost tempted to seek out a 5-speed. I'm running into more traffic. Fuck off. It's gonna be like this all the way to 95. Yeah, I've been kicking around the thought of getting a 5-speed, like a Tremec T45 or even a TKO. I think those are 6 speeds, but I know Mark has a 4-speed, a Bellhausen, a fucking a flywheel, a pedal box, linkage, everything at his house. And I don't know, just something about the 4-speed, you know. They also make those, what are they called? The gear vendors things. So I could always get one of those too. Later on down the road, get like a gear vendors. Be able to change the, I should have moved over when I had the chance. Yeah, that's what I hear. You could split every gear. So I could even run it in like 3rd gear or something like that. I bet Frank's got the strongest box. Fucking. If anyone's got a box, it's Rich. Fucking pussy. Pussy box. I wish there was a way that I could put whenever the stream's done and I make them public, I wish there was a way to the comment showed up, because I always miss a lot of the comments while I'm driving. Getting out of work. So it's usually not like this, but it's fucking Friday at 5. Everyone got out of work early and they're trying to cash their checks. Pick up my booze for the weekend. We're going home. We just left Pop's. I was supposed to work on that silver car again, but I talked myself out of that, and I forgot my socket set, my axle nut socket set. I went and looked at the neighbor's car, though. He needed some stuff. He gave me that Bluetooth OBD2 thing. But tomorrow I gotta do a mobile job out in Swansea for this lady. I gotta pull the upper intake off GMC Acadia so I can do the coils and spark plugs and 2 upper O2 sensors. And after I'm done with that, or tomorrow, I'm going to be going over there to move the Firebird. I already got the clutch fan off of it. You got an open invitation, bud. Move over. Open invitation. But I have to move the car before Monday, so I got the clutch fan off it. So this time when I run it, it won't sound like it's fucking blown up. Yeah, at least they put it on the back. I hate it when people put those on the front. Just asking for a blown up transmission on a front wheel drive. look out, because I got the tripod now too. So like I said, either tomorrow afternoon or Sunday, I'll be doing a live, and we'll be working on the Firebird again finally. It won't be much, but I'll be getting it started. We'll be letting it run for a little bit, and then I gotta move it to its new spot for a little while until the roof's done. I wanted to stop pulling that fucking steel metal, sheet metal that they put on the floor on it, but it's going to be sitting in the grass, so I don't want to open up new holes for critters to get in and shit. So I think I'll wait to rip all that shit out for when it's parked in front of the garage getting disassembled. At least I got you guys to keep me company. Appreciate you. I know, right? Fly right over all this shit. This is the type of shit right here that makes me hate having a standard. Normally all my cars are standard because the transmissions just hold up longer. But when you get into situations like this, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Constantly in and out of the clutch. Luckily, the daily is an automatic. Firebird's gonna be an automatic for a while too. It's got that turbo 400 tranny. I can't wait for the first ride with that, because I want to see if that thing's got a shift kit in it or something. Somebody put that in there. And it's got a posi. And that's only a base Firebird, so that posi wasn't factory, and neither was that transmission. And neither is the 4-barrel intake and the quadrajet that's on it. So whoever owned it before me, whoever, like the last driver of it, they did some mods. It also has subframe connectors. Trying to figure out what to do with those, because they're the kind of subframe connectors that they weld on to the stub frame and then they bolt into the floor where the leaf springs go into the floor. I might just cut those off of the subframe and just weld them back on when I put the car back together. I noticed one other thing with my daily. Usually my tires, because this thing has like truck tires on it, and my back shocks are weak, so my back tires are scalloped, and they would howl like a bastard, right? Well, after I took that long trip on Wednesday, I noticed my tires aren't as loud as they were. I wonder if that long trip evened out my tires. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's what happened. I mean, you can see it. It's like on the inside of the tire, it's all scalloped. You can run your hand down it and you can feel it too. When I get back home, I'm gonna check them. I'm gonna run my hand across it and see if it's all flattened out. We got people we got people in the middle lane cutting in to go fucking south on 95, and it's holding up this line. Yeah, let him go. Come on, Jeep. I'm letting you go. I'm letting you go. I'm letting you go. Taken it. Left it open for you. Starting to get rain. Is this guy trying to get in here? Come on in, buddy. Is it raining up by you? It was cloudy out here earlier, but then it cleared out. Now it's starting to get a little bit of drizzle. But the sky looks still beautiful. See, this is what I hate. People trying to fucking hop in all the way up here, dude. Like, how many people am I gonna let in? You don't even have a fucking signal on. People back there ain't letting nobody in. If you had a signal on, I would have let you in. I need to get new wipers. These wipers suck. Listening on the radio earlier, I guess the FBI just arrested a bunch of people in the NBA, coaches, players, all kinds of shit over I think they were throwing games, something to do with sports betting, because they made sports betting legal now, and I knew it wouldn't be long before there was some kind of scandal with that. Yeah, I gotta buy some. I did my oil change 383 miles ago now. So I'm still on a fresh oil change. I was gonna rotate the tires too when I did my oil, but with those top back tires howling like that, I didn't want them howling up front, even though it'll help fucking wear them in better. But I think I'm gonna rotate them anyways now that they quieted down. I never get time to work on my own shit. We're always working on other people's stuff, and like, I hate to say it, but like, my family hits me up to do stuff, and they're always asking me to pay me later. And it's like, I wish I could just work on the stuff for free. So I used to do all my old man shit for free. My aunt, everybody. But I mean, back then I had access to a shop and things were just different. Like, a few years back, my sister's car, I mean, she's good on paying me. You know, we set up a plan and she stuck with it. But her motor started ticking. She's got Chrysler 200S with the Pentastar V6, and those are notorious for having rocker arm issues. So one of the rocker arms let go and it was eating up the camshaft. Yeah, dude, you'll let me in. Yeah, you'll let me in. It ate up the camshaft, so I replaced all 24 rockers, lifters, and one intake camshaft. And it took her like 8 months to pay me off. It was like, and the other thing too is I charged her like a fraction of what I would charge anybody else. And it still took her all that time, and it's like everybody's hurting. But if you didn't have me available to you, one, you would have been paying all the money. You would have been putting it on your credit card and paying it off over the course of years. So one, you'd have been paying all the money and then having to put it on your credit card. But she was cool about the whole thing when you know, we had to wait for parts and her car was down for a while. I don't know. I'm just talking out loud because I still feel like I let my old man down on that silver car. But I got my cousin who needs. All right, I'm heading home now. I love you. I got my cousin who he has been waiting a while. I will say that he has been waiting a while. But that's not my fault. I can't control the weather. And I can't control when parts show up. And the fact that your fucking strut blew up. But I was explaining to him about how I'm not going to be able to get to his Jeep until after the roof is done. And he was giving me this guilt trip about how it's going to ruin his plans for Halloween. And of course, some asshole on a Mercedes fucking skipping around lanes and all this traffic. Anyways, so he's giving me this guilt trip, and I wanted to fucking lose it on him. I really did. But I kept my composure. I kept my composure, and I explained to him, one, I have an obligation to get your father's and, you know, because it's his father's car, that silver car. So I have an obligation to try to get your father's car done before the roof is done, which isn't happening now. And two, on Saturday, I have a job that I have to do that's paying cash at the end of the day. You, on the other hand, are not. You're not going to be able to pay me until your check comes in at the beginning of the month. And with everything going on with the government, you may not even be getting a check. I don't know what's going on with all that. I don't know if Social Security's tied up with that. And that's what he's on. So it's like I have to prioritize making money over your financed work, you know? And I feel bad. It's just another thing to make me feel bad, you know? You know, back in the day, I wouldn't have gave a shit. I would have told somebody to go fuck themselves and find somebody else to do it. But back then, I was like stoned out of my mind, and I didn't have a conscience to speak of. Nowadays, I have a clearer head, and I don't know. I'm a worrywart. I feel bad about every little thing. My father even told me when I got there, because I told him about my cousin, and he was like, I already told them that no work is getting done over here until after the roof, and he's just gonna have to fucking deal with it. He doesn't drive anywhere anyways. He just wants to go get laid from somebody that he's not even supposed to be around. Somebody that's fucking the cops are looking for too. It's like kid's just asking to get himself in trouble hanging around this broad. So I'm actually doing him a favor. So I don't even think I should feel bad. Now that I think about it, now that I just talked about all that, that's going to keep him from fucking hanging out with Leanne, and that's going to keep him out of trouble, because if he goes to fucking Salem with Leanne, something's going to end up happening, and he's going to end up fucking getting the short end of the stick. So I'm doing him a favor. Yeah, thanks, Dizzy. I appreciate that. It's like, I wish I could clone myself, you know, and just send them out to do all these other jobs, you know. I can help everybody at once. The other thing too is if I push the paying jobs off too much, they'll just go find somebody else, you know. I mean, I have like a base of customers that will go to nobody else but me, and that keeps me relatively afloat. But it's the new ones that I get that put me over the top, and you know, because they can potentially become like the other customers I have, like lifelong customers. And it's taken me a long time to build my customer base back up too, because like I said, I was a fuck up. Not even 7 years ago, however long I've been with Dawn. Been with Dawn like 8 years now. And before I met her, I was just on a path of destruction. You know, a few years before that, I had gotten stabbed. Thought I was going to lose my hand. In that amount of time, I've been able to build my customer base back up. You know, I got my family trusting me again. I got my kids in my life now. So it's turned me into this huge worry wart, because it's like I don't want to lose what I got. Because I've been in the spot where I've had absolutely nothing, and I don't want to be there again. Oh yeah, absolutely. I say that all the time at meetings too, you know, because I talk to people sometimes at the place I go to. I say that a lot too. It's like, because what happens is there's always going to be people out there that will always see you for everything that happened in the past. And I mean, that's the way a lot of people judge character, because there's a lot of scummy people out there, you know. But you know, once you've pulled yourself out of that situation and you're doing better, there's gonna be people, no matter what. I mean, there's gonna be people that will come back into your life and forgive everything that happened, and there's gonna be people that will literally tear you down for your past and make you feel like shit. Those people don't matter. at all. If they can't see that you've overcome what you were and what you're doing now, then they're not worth worrying about or having in your life. So it's very true. It's how you deal with it that matters. Because if you're constantly worried about those type of people, you're going to end up losing your mind and wanting to retaliate against that. That's just going to get you in trouble. Time for me to trim my fucking mustache because I just found a hair on my mouth. Usually that's not how I want to find hair on my mouth. Alright, well, I just got home. I want to play with this this thing here and see if it's going to do more than just read codes. And I'm going to have to sign off to do that. So, look out for me in the next couple days. Like I said, either tomorrow afternoon or Sunday. I'm going to be going down to the old man's house. I'm going to set up the tripod. I'm going to point it at the Firebird. I'm either going to plumb in the boat tank that I got, or I'm going to hang the gas can off the front like I did the last time I ran it. We're going to get her running, check all the fluids, and then I'm going to move her into the new spot. And as soon as I hop off of this one, I'm going to make it public, and I'll go back and check that one and make sure it's public. So until the next one, guys, thanks, Bob, for showing up.